Hello students, how are you? Let's start with the third part of rotational dynamics. In this third part, we will see basically focusing on turning of a vehicle with the help of banking only, and after that we will be studying turning of a vehicle with the help of banking as well as friction combined. Okay, let's start. First of all, we will be studying turning of a vehicle with the help of banking. Now, when this word banking comes, first of all, we should be knowing what is mean by banking. For knowing banking, what we will be doing, banking means what? The process of raising the outer edge. This is the outer edge. It has been raised to certain height than that of the inner edge. This is called as a banking. And this road is called as a banked road. Banked road. Okay. Now, if you look over here, take for example, this inclination is not there. A person is standing over here. So whenever a person is standing or whenever any vehicle is kept over here, there will be normal reaction force created. Normal reaction force created which will be opposite to the weight of the object. This car's weight will be felt in a downward direction. So normal reaction force will be created in a just opposite direction to him. Similarly, this man is standing. Normal reaction force will be created in just opposite direction. Okay. Now take for example, this road has been inclined to certain angle and this is a inclined road. So whenever the vehicle is moving at this road, there will be normal reaction force created perpendicular to this surface. So perpendicular to this surface, so therefore we have drawn this. And this weight of this vehicle has been felt in the downward direction. It is denoted by mg. Okay. Now we will consider turning of a vehicle only with the banking, angle of banking, an inertial frame of reference. Inertial frame of reference means what? A person is there who is standing, who is not having any sort of motion. So this person is also called as stationary person, and as this person is stationary, so therefore velocity is equal to 0. Okay. Next, before moving to angle of banking, we should understand the basic concepts of theta. See, this is a road which has been banked at certain angle. This angle is theta. Okay. So whenever this angle is theta, if we draw like this is coming in the form of a z manner. So if this is theta, naturally this will be also theta according to alternate angle. I will repeat one more time. If we draw like this, it is coming in the form of z. So if this angle is theta, then this will be also angle theta. Next, consider this one. See the figure which I am drawing, this one. From here to here, it is considered as 90 degree. Here to here, it is considered as 90 degree. So if this is theta, so if this is theta, then this full can be written as 90 minus theta. Are you able to understand? From here to here is theta. From here to here is, from here to here is 90. From here to here is 90. So naturally, this will be 90 minus theta. Again, consider this one. Consider this ABC. In triangle ABC, this full is again 90. This full is again 90. And this is 90 minus theta. So 90 minus 90 minus theta. If we remove these brackets, what will happen? This minus will be there in front of 90. But this minus will become plus. So 90 minus plus 90 minus 90 will get cancelled. So ultimately we will be getting the value of this as theta only. So we will be getting this value of this as theta only. So I have proved geometrically, if this is theta, this is also theta, and this is also theta. Okay. Now let's proceed to this diagram. This is a diagram which I have drawn. This is a normal reaction force which has been created perpendicular to the object. The object is like this. So normal reaction force has been created. Now this normal reaction force has been divided into two components, horizontal component and vertical component. Horizontal component is denoted by n sin theta and vertical component is denoted by n cos theta. For remembering this cos theta, you should learn or you should memorize that whenever any component is with theta, whenever any component is with theta, we denote it as cos theta. Now this component, this normal reaction force component is with theta, so therefore we denote it as n cos theta. So clear? Let's proceed. Now, just look at this diagram, n sine theta. N sine theta is in the same direction, and some sort of force is there. Can you name the force which is always directed towards the center? See, this vehicle is moving in this direction. Vehicle is moving in this direction, and this person is standing over here. As this person is in inertial frame of reference. So whenever this vehicle is moving this one, there is a force due to which particles move in a circular direction, and particles move in a circular direction as is directed towards the center. It is called a centripetal force. So we will see that n sine theta as well as centripetal force is in same direction. So both are balancing each other. So what we can write? N sine theta is equals to mv square upon r. Again, see this diagram again. Weight of this vehicle has been felt in downward direction. In order to balance this weight of this vehicle, there is one reaction force created, that is n cos theta. That is n cos theta. So what we can write? N cos theta is equals to mg. If we divide equation 1 by equation 2, n and n will get cancelled, and then sin theta upon cos theta, what we can write? mv square upon r upon mg. M and m will get cancelled. So ultimately, we will be getting this value, that is v is equals to rg tan theta. Wait, I will show just 1 minute. What we will be getting? V square upon rg is equals to tan theta. So if we take rg also over here, and if we do square root, then what we'll be getting? V is equals to root rg tan theta. Next one. Over here we have got the value that whenever the vehicle is to move with certain speed, whenever the vehicle is moving and want to turn with the help of banking, then always the speed should be in this range only. That is, v is equals to root rg tan theta. But in friction, we have got certain range. But over here, the value should always be constant. Whenever we are turning a vehicle with the help of angle of banking, the speed should be always v is equals to root rg tan theta. It should always be constant. Okay, why it is constant, we will see in the next slide. Like I've already said, whenever the vehicle is to move only with angle of banking, then the speed should be constant. Speed should be constant means what? Speed should be constant only. Why the speed should be constant? We will see over here. See over here, there are terms. V is proportional to r, g, tan theta. But you know that g, acceleration due to gravity, will never change, and angle of inclination will not be changing. So the term which is left with v is proportional to r. So the term which is left with v is proportional to r. But both are directly proportional. So what will happen? If v's value is increased, then naturally r's value will also increase. Okay, because both are directly proportional. Similarly, if v's value will decrease, then r's value will also decrease. So if velocity is increasing, radius is also increasing. Radius is also increasing means what? Vehicle will be thrown out. Vehicle will be moving outwards. Vehicle will be moving outwards. Over here, if velocity is decreasing, radius will also decrease. So the vehicle will move inwards. If you see this diagram, it will be much clear. See, we are moving over here. If the speed is increased, then what will happen? Radius will increase. So the vehicle will be moving outwards. Again, if the speed is decreased, then radius will decrease. Then the vehicle will be moving inwards. So for turning a vehicle only with banking, we should always keep the speed constant for proper rotation of the vehicle. If the speed is decreased or increased, the vehicle will be skidding or moving away from the track. Let's move. So, what is a special thing which we have got over here? That we have seen that turning of a vehicle with friction, velocity of the body with friction. Whenever we are talking about friction, velocity of the body should be in a certain limit, that is 0 to root mu rg. But whenever turning of a vehicle is there, with the help of banking, the velocity should always have a constant value, that is root rg tan theta. Why should have a constant value? Because velocity is directly proportional to radius, and g and theta will not be changing. Now we are considering turning of a vehicle with only banking in non-inertial frame. Non-inertial means what? This person is also sitting in this car, and this person, we are considering this person to be sitting in the form of a ant or any insects. As we are considering man also as a point mass over here. As we are considering over here car also point mass. Okay. As we already know, whenever the person is sitting in a car, the man is in what type of reference? Non-inertial reference. Non-inertial means what? That person is not stationary, or velocity is not equal to 0. Okay. So you will see that this person, whenever a person is sitting in a car, or whenever a person is sitting in a merry-go-round, there is a force which drags him outside. It is called as a centrifugal force, CFF. So you will see this diagram that CFF is being balanced by n sine theta. CFF is balanced by n sine theta. So what we can write? N sine theta is equal to CFF. Okay. Now, see, n sine theta is a normal reaction force. What is n sine theta? N sine theta is a normal reaction force. Even we are sitting, we are providing normal reaction force. Now over here, n's value is m into g, mass into acceleration due to gravity. But n sine theta will never change. N sine theta will never change. What will be changing? Centrifugal force will only be changing. Centrifugal force will only be changing. Now we will see the drawbacks of centrifugal force changing. Over here, if n sine theta is less than CFF, means what they are trying to tell? If centrifugal force is decreased, then the vehicle will move inwards. If n sine theta is decreased or CFF is increased, then the vehicle will move outwards. This what is a peculiar thing of this thing. Now, again the same thing, n sine theta is equals to mv square upon r, because n sine theta is balancing the centrifugal force. Again, n cos theta is balancing the weight of this body, that is mg. So what we can write? N cos theta is equals to mg. If we divide both this equation, what we will be getting? Again, we will be getting the same thing, that is root rg tan theta. Now, as we already studied that n sin theta will never change because it is a constant force and it is only dependent upon the normal reaction force, means weight of this vehicle, that is m into g. So over here, whatever they said, that only has been mentioned again. So the vehicle has to move with always constant speed only in order to move in a circular track. If the speed centrifugal force increases or decreases, the vehicle either will be moving inwards or either will be moving outwards. So generalized thing, whatever we have got according to turning of a vehicle, with the help of friction, we have got the value, that is V is equals to root mu rg, where V's value is in the range from 0 to root mu rg. But with the help of friction banking only, we get this value, that is V is equals to root rg tan theta. Over here, previously velocity's value can be in the range from 0 to root mu rg. But with the help of banking, velocity should always be constant. Velocity should always be equal to root rg tan theta. As if the speed increases or decreases, the vehicle will either move inwards or outwards from the track, which is not accepted. So what we'll be doing, we'll be combining both of them and try to find out. Let's see one more thing. Take for example, with the help of friction, we are getting this range, that is 0 is smaller than or equal to V smaller than or equal to mu rg. Take for example, over mu rg's value, we are getting as 200. Okay. Means what? The vehicle can run very easily with the speed in this range, that is 0 is smaller than or equal to V smaller than or equal to 200. if we keep the speed anything between 0 to 200, the vehicle can move very easily. Okay. Now, if I want the speed to be increased by 500, if we want to increase the speed by 500, so what is the option available? We will see now. We will see this formula, that is V is equals to root, we are only considering over here friction, nothing else. Root mu rg, over here g's value cannot be changed because it is acceleration due to gravity, and mu, that is coefficient of static friction's value, can be increased or decreased. We will try to increase the value of mu in order to make the maximum limit of 500. So what we'll be doing, we will be making the road rough. But can you tell me what will happen if we make the road rough? Then wear and tear of the tires will increase, or else tire may also get damaged. So it is not at possible. But there are also situations when mu's value is equal to 0. Mu's value is equal to 0. Take for example heavy rain, oil split, snowfall. At that time, mu's value is equal to 0. So mu is never a trustworthy thing, and we cannot rely on mu for increasing the value of root mu rg. If we consider radius also, if we try to increase the radius, it is not at all cost efficient. So the final conclusion is that turning of a vehicle only with the help of friction is not at all possible. So we will skip to next one. Turning of a vehicle with the help of banking, we have already seen that velocity is equals to root mu rg. See, in this video I am concentrated or telling you one thing again and again in order to fit that inside your brains. Okay, again, the velocity's V's value increased in case of turning off a vehicle with the help of banking. If V's value increase, what will happen? Radius will increase, so vehicle will move outwards. If V's value is decreased, then the vehicle will move inwards. But for driving a vehicle at a constant speed is not at all possible. Can you tell me, can you drive a vehicle with 20 meters per second at each and every time? Even if the traffic is there, even if some car is standing in between, blocking the road, if the speed constant can be kept or not? Next one. So what we'll be doing, we'll be taking the help of both of them and try to find out, and we will see the advantages whatever we have got now. With the help of banking, what we have got some range, but mu's value was not at all trustworthy. With the help of friction, we have got this value, that is V is equals to root mu rg, but mu's value is never trustworthy because its value goes on increasing. Its value ranges from 0 to any value, as it is also self-adjusting force. Self-adjusting means what? After some value it never increases. But with the help of banking, we have got one nice thing, that is centripetal force. Centripetal force was being provided by n sine theta, and n sine theta is a constant force, it never changes. And if n sine theta is equal to 0, take for example, if you are sitting, if your normal reaction force is 0, then you will be flying. Similarly, if vehicle is standing and if n sine theta is 0, then the vehicle would be also flying. Why? Because normal reaction force is created when two objects are in contact. If two objects are not in contact, then normal reaction force will not be created. So again, we will take the help of the concepts that the friction has given us the range, and banking. With the help of banking, we have got non-dependent force on friction, that is n sine theta. See, in the next concept, what we'll be doing, we'll be trying to derive the turning of a vehicle with the help of friction as well as banking. In that case, we will be considering these two situations. With the help of friction, we'll be getting some sort of range we have already got, and with the help of banking, we have got one component n sine theta that is non-dependent on friction. Okay, as friction was not trustworthy. So we will be combining these two principles and try to turn the vehicle. Now, This concept should be clear that whenever a force is, see over here, one mass is there, mass is m, and we are applying force and try to drag it over here. Whenever we are trying to drag it or push it over here, a frictional force will be created in opposite direction. Frictional force is created in the opposite direction. This is very important. You have to understand, because friction, what is friction? Friction is an opposition to the relative motion. So it is created in the opposite direction with respect to the motion. This block tries to move in this direction with respect to the motion. So friction is created in the opposite direction. Similarly, this is a block. We are trying to push this block in this direction. So frictional force is created in the opposite direction. Okay. Next one. Try to understand this concept. We have to find velocity mean. Means what is the minimum speed with which the vehicle can move. Minimum speed with which the vehicle can move such that vehicle can easily turn. That we have to find out. Now, over here we are imagining the car over here, and we are replacing car as a point mass. Okay. Now, whenever the car is moving with a less speed, see, this is a minimum speed. Minimum speed means what? It is a speed, minimum speed with which the car will move. The car can safely turn. But if the speed is less than the minimum speed, if speed is less than the minimum speed, then what will happen? Car will move inwards. This is always already minimum speed. If the car speed is less than, take for example, just 1 minute. V means value is 5 meter per second. But if we are moving this car with 4 meter per second, then what will happen? Car will be moving in an inward direction. The car will be moving in an inward direction. As the car will be moving in the inward direction, there will be frictional force created in the opposite direction. There is a frictional force created in the opposite direction. It is denoted by Fr. It is denoted by Fr, frictional force created. Now, if we resolve frictional force into two components, one will be F cos theta. Why we are getting F cos theta over here? Because over here is theta. What I have said, any normal component with theta is called as cos theta. So over here is theta is there. This is Fr. Fr's normal component, we are getting two normal components. One is F cos theta and another one is F sin theta. F cos theta is in the opposite direction to n sin theta. F sin theta is in the opposite same direction of n cos theta. These are the two frictional components. Like normal reaction force was having two components, horizontal and vertical. Similarly, this is a horizontal component and this is a vertical component. Okay. Now, we will see over here that F cos theta and n sin theta are in opposite direction, but both are trying to balance this weight of this vehicle. N sin theta and F cos theta are in opposite direction. Both are trying to balance this weight of the vehicle. We are knowing that one force is created at the center, which is directed inwards. It is called as the centripetal force. So what we can write? N sin theta minus F cos theta is equals to mv square upon r, as both are opposite. Similarly, if you see this one, n cos theta and F sin theta are in same direction. N cos theta and F sin theta are in same direction, and both are trying to balance the weight of this vehicle. So what we can write? N cos theta plus F cos sin theta is equals to mg. If we divide equation 1 by 2, what will be getting? N sin theta minus F cos theta mv square upon r upon n cos theta plus F sin theta over here mg. This full I have written over here, this full equation I have written over here, and this full equation I have written over here. Similarly, this full I have written over here. Okay. So what we'll be doing, see over here it might be looking very complex, but try to understand this is not at all complex. It is very easy. Okay. What I have done, I have divided each and every term of the numerator as well as denominator by n cos theta. N cos theta. So if we divide by n cos theta, what will happen? This n and n will get cancelled. This cos theta will get cancelled. This n cos theta will get cancelled. Okay. Now sin theta upon cos theta is what? Tan theta minus f upon n. Over here everything is getting cancelled, so we are writing 1 plus f upon n we are writing as it is. Sin theta upon cos theta is tan theta is equals to v square upon rg. But F, whatever force has been created, is equals to mu s into n, where mu is a coefficient of static friction. So mu s value can be written as f upon n. Mu s value can be written as f upon n. So in place previous equation, wherever it was f upon n, we can replace it by mu s. Over here also we can replace it by mu s. So what we'll be getting? Tan theta minus mu s upon 1 plus mu s tan theta is equals to v square upon rg. We want equation in terms of v square. So what we'll be doing? We'll be taking this rg over here. After taking rg over here, what we'll be getting? V square is equals to rg tan theta minus mu s 1 plus mu s tan theta. We want equation in terms of v only. So what we'll be doing? We will be taking square root from both the sides. So what will happen? This square sign and this root sign will get cancelled. Ultimately, it will be left as v is equals to under root rg tan theta minus mu s upon 1 plus mu s tan theta. So over here we have got the formula with the help of banking as well as friction both. Okay. So whenever the speed of the vehicle is kept at this range and is kept at this value, or whenever the speed of the vehicle is minimum, and if this value has been denoted by this formula, then the vehicle will never skid. So V mean can be written as root rg tan theta minus mu s upon 1 plus mu s tan theta. Now, as we are already finding out the value of V mean, but can you tell me any road where lower limit as well as upper limit has been written? There is no road in which lower limit and upper limit has been written. Take for example, if the lower limit value is 5, if the lower limit's value is 5 to, take for example 500 kilometer per hour, but if the speed of the car is 0 meter per second, if the car is not moving, if the vehicle is out of condition, or if any animal comes in front of the vehicle, then vehicle has to take a rest. Vehicle has to put up brakes, and if one car is coming from the back, and if the minimum speed is 5 meter per second, then the back car will dash the car that is ahead of it. So practically always V mean is taken as 0. V mean is always taken as 0. Okay, so we'll be considering previous equation. V mean was root rg tan theta minus mu s upon 1 plus mu s tan theta. This full equation is equal to 0 practically. So what will happen? 0 is equal to rg tan theta minus mu s 1 plus mu s tan theta. If we take this whole term over here, we are knowing anything into 0 is 0. So this whole term will get vanished. and Rg will also get vanished. So ultimately whatever term will be remaining, that is 0, is equals to tan theta minus mu s. So if we take mu s over here, as it is minus, we can take mu s over here. So what we'll be getting? Tan theta is equals to mu s. So over here we get a very important condition, that static friction or coefficient of static friction value should be always be greater than or equal to tan theta. Coefficient of static friction's value should be always be greater than or equal to tan theta for vehicle to travel with speed, that is 0. For V mean is equal to 0, for velocity of this vehicle to be 0, then this condition should be satisfied. That is, coefficient of static friction should be always greater than or equal to tan theta. Now we will be considering next situation, or we will try to find out now Vmax. We will try to find out now Vmax. The procedure is one and the same. Again, the vehicle speed, see over here, this is the center, and vehicle is trying to move in this direction. Vehicle is trying to move in this direction, and this is the center. From here to here is the R. Again, if Vmax means what? It is a maximum speed the vehicle can move. If the speed is more than Vmax, what will happen? Vehicle will move outwards. Okay. If the speed is greater than Vmax, then what will happen? Vehicle will move outwards. So as we want to find out the value of Vmax, and if the speed of the vehicle is maximum above Vmax, then what will happen? Vehicle will move outwards. So the frictional force will be created inwards. Frictional force is created inwards in the opposite direction. As frictional force is created inwards, then again frictional force, we will try to find out the component of this frictional force component. We will write it over here, F cos theta and F sin theta. Again, try to understand, if this was theta, this is already theta, which we are knowing it. Due to alternate angle theorem, this angle, if this is theta, again this is theta. This frictional component is with theta. This frictional component, as it is with theta, so the name of this will be F cos theta, like I have already stated. Whichever component is with theta, its name will be cos theta. So therefore the name of this one is F cos theta. Try to understand whatever I am telling, because it will be easier for you to understand. You don't have to mug up this diagram. This diagram is very important because this diagram consists of 1 mark. If you are just drawing this diagram, then also you will be getting marks. Okay. Now F sin theta and mg. Now we will try to generalize it. N sin theta and F cos theta are in same direction. So what we will be writing, N sin theta plus F cos theta. Both are balancing the center. Theta are in opposite direction. So what we will be writing, N cos theta minus F sin theta is equals to mg. If we solve this equation, we will be getting this equation. Only the difference between previous equation and this equation is that over here you will see tan theta plus tan theta minus mu s 1 plus mu s tan theta. Over here it is plus. Only this difference you should be knowing whenever we are trying to find out minimum speed. This is a minimum speed, in the numerator it is minus, in the denominator it is plus. And whenever we are trying to find the maximum speed, as it is maximum, so numerator is plus, denominator is negative. Okay, so again we will get this value, that is V max is equals to under root Rg tan theta plus mu s 1 minus mu s tan theta. So everything is, in this case, is dependent upon the direction. Wherever the direction is there, depending upon that, we have to find out V mean and V max. Now, take for example, we want to have the maximum speed of the vehicle as infinity. The vehicle wants to turn with a maximum speed, and there shouldn't be any sort of speed limit. So limit over here is infinity. So if we consider V max is equal to infinity, so this whole equation will be equal to infinity. This whole equation is equal to infinity. Infinity we are knowing, infinity 1 upon 0. In order for our calculation convenience, infinity we will be writing infinity is equal to 1 upon 0. If we calculate 1 upon 0, you will be getting the value of infinity as the division of this as infinity in calculator. You can write it out. Now, we will be squaring from both the sides. So 1 square is 1 only and 0 square is 0. And this root sign will go away. This root sign has gone away. So again, this whole term 1 minus mu s tan theta will go over here. And this whole will be turning to 0. So what we will be getting? 1 minus mu s tan theta is equals to 0. So if we take 1 over here, then we will be getting like this. If we take tan theta in the denominator, what we will be getting? Mu s is equals to 1 upon tan theta. But 1 upon tan theta can be written as cot theta. So what condition we have got? That mu s is greater than or equal to cot theta. Or coefficient of static friction is greater than or equal to cot theta for Vmax is equals to infinity. So whenever the vehicle has to turn with the speed infinity or maximum speed, then coefficient of static friction always be greater than or equal to cot theta. Okay, so these are the two conditions which we have already derived. So if V mean, velocity of mean is equal to 0, then coefficient of static friction should be equal to or greater than or equal to tan theta. For Vmax is equal to infinity, coefficient of static friction should be greater than or equal to cot theta. This is important. Okay. Next one. This is the last slide. Now in your textbook it has been given that coefficient of static friction has a maximum value of 1. But it is wrong, because coefficient of static friction can also be greater than 1. There is also numericals in which coefficient of static friction is greater than 1. But over here, if they are only taking into consideration that whatever material for making roads has been taken in India and whatever tires is available, then coefficient of static friction can be 1. Okay. So coefficient of static friction is 1. Vmax is equal to infinity. So we'll be putting this value over here. We have already seen whenever Vmax is equal to infinity, cot theta is equal to 1. Cot theta is equals to 1. See over here in the previous equation, whatever we have got, that mu s is equals to cot theta. Mu s is equals to cot theta. So if mu s is equals to 1, then cot theta is also equal to 1. We have to find out the value of theta over here. So what we'll be doing, we'll be taking this cot over here, on this side. Whenever cot moves to the other side, it becomes cot inverse of 1. And cot inverse of 1 is 45 degree. So theta's value should be greater than or equal to 45 degree. What this statement implies is that angle of inclination should be greater than or equal to 45 degree. And if the inclination is so big, then the vehicle will fall down. Okay. So this statement states is for keeping the speed of the vehicle maximum to infinity, the road should be inclined at an angle 45 degree. This is 45 degree, and which is impossible. Thank you.